Raiders at Lions. Over under 48.5. Line is even. Who wins? Who loses? We all win. It's awesome.
Well, I'm a big Lions fan at the moment because they took out those Packers, and it makes the Vikings-Packer game this week extra exciting.
Yeah, and gives my Bears some hope still, which I don't want.
Do they have
Fire
some
Cup.
hope?
Yeah, they're like 5-4, right? 4-5, something
Oh,
like that.
good. Hey, maybe they can finish ahead of Green Bay.
Yeah, Langford and the defense is finally gelling there. That's what matters. But so the Lions though, they barely won.
They did
But I
barely win, and
I
they tried
think
to give away the game too. It
yeah.
was so ugly.
Yeah. But we've seen the Raiders can be passed on. The Raiders have an exciting offense, but they can be passed on. They're almost like Saints 2.0. Um, and that's why I think this line is so high because Vegas is expecting a Stafford bounce back week.
Hmm.
I like Stafford for the price on FanDuel, 7,000. Um, Calvin Johnson, he's again slightly underpriced. I don't know. Your Joik Bell call last week was,
Oh, it was rough. I'd just stay away from that running game.
yeah,
It's you. Before the season started, everybody loved Abdullah, and he looked great in preseason, and he could easily be great, but I'm just staying away from that running
well, he's
game.
fumbled like four.
Yeah, and so if I'm playing Lions, it's Stafford, it's Golden Tate, it's Calvin Johnson. Golden Tate is the cheaper play. He's
Hmm.
6,200.
And he's coming off of his second worst week of the season is part of the reason for that. If he hadn't gotten that 43-yard touchdown or 43-yard catch and run near the end of the game, it would have been a horrible week for him.
Hmm.
But that helps us this week.
Exactly. I'd rather play Calvin than Golden Tate. I think Golden Tate's a nice little contrarian, underused tournament play just because he's in that price range where you could be
Hmm.
using Jordan Matthews against a bad Tampa secondary or
Hmm.
Danny Amendola or Jeremy Maclin for a bit. So he's in that group of players. I think Golden Tate's the least used in that little price range. So,
Yeah.
but Calvin. Although I should say that the Raiders points given up to tight ends, the Raiders are one
Oh
of the
yeah.
they are the worst.
How did we forget Eric Ebron and all of
Yeah.
this? Because he's up there with top tight ends when it comes to fantasy points per game as well,
Hmm.
and a nice cheap 3,500 on DraftKings. Um, FanDuel is
54.
54.
Hmm.
So that's another great play. And
Yeah,
then flipping the script, I mean, how do you not like Derek Carr playing indoors
exactly. Yep.
with Amari Cooper and Michael Crabtree and Latavius Murray? Like, I like this game a lot. And this is my last week I did a Skins Saints, couple different variations on that for a tournament lineup. I'm doing the same thing this week with Raiders Lions. Got a couple different variations of that lineup that I'm running.
It's a good game to target. That
So,
makes sense. So I like Crabtree a lot. I like Cooper a lot.
mhm.
But
So now
Murray, yeah.